Hey everybody, it's Jang here with a look at a LEGO City set. This is the pickup tow truck and officially comes with 209 pieces. This truck looks pretty nice. 6 wide build, plus a little for the fenders, plus a little for the extra large wheels and tires. This is still going along with LEGO's constant trend of increasing the size of vehicles, and it actually fits in with what they've been doing recently fairly well. I wouldn't call it oversized for recent sets. I really like the lines around it. I like the kind of faux fenders that they've set up back here. Too bad about that small gap there. But overall, I like the color scheme. I like the flow of the lines, especially coming back behind the cab and with the arch piece back there. I think that's very nicely done. The tall antennae make a lot of sense. The one thing that I don't particularly like about this is actually the wrecker bar itself. This whole beam back here being just a single Technic lift arm with all the holes completely exposed. Not the greatest look for me. The idea here is that you flip this thing around and then that's what you're going to use to actually pick up a vehicle. We'll look at this car more closely, but there are a couple of spots where those little axle pins can fit right in. And then on the other side over here, you've got just a small little lever that you can turn, and that will hold this whole thing up above the ground. I think this is how that's supposed to be oriented, to keep the bar still kind of low to the ground. And there's a joint down there, so this thing's actually able to tow a vehicle around and make itself around corners and back it into spots and stuff. These two cones on the back with the transparent orange on top can be used to actually set them out as traffic cones or safety cones, and they also give you a important, again for safety, a fire extinguisher on the side. Little wrench that you can use on the side for helping to change some tires, and over here just a hammer type of device. Taking the roof off, there's a look at the interior. Pretty straightforward and simple. Driver gets centered. Doesn't have a proper seat to sit in, just a little bit of a backer there, and just a little steering wheel. The whole truck is built up upon a large vehicle base, which makes it easier to put it together, and it's the same way that you build the modern city cars, and the same way they've been building most vehicles for quite a long time, back into classic days. The included car is pretty normal for city cars with the round sloping front, a very simple build, and the tires sticking way out from the fenders. That's a little bit awkward, kind of makes it look like an off-road vehicle, as all of these from this series tend to do. One single unified roof piece, which gives enough room for some headroom for your figure. Doors can be opened on the sides, but because of the placement of the windscreen, it doesn't give you a good kind of angle of attack to get in there. These are mostly here just for a little bit of detail on the outside and to give room for the arms of the figures to fit. With the roof removed, you can see that there's just space for a single figure to be placed in there. Once again, you've got the steering wheel. Everything just gets attached to the base. Once again, one of those standardized city vehicle bases. So this is a very simple build. Just 2 figures included in this set, as expected. One tow truck driver and one driver for the car. No new pieces here, just pretty standard stuff. And of course you can swap the pieces around between them if you want to change their styles or change their roles. So a pretty straightforward, very simple set. The car is very simple. The wrecker bar is very simple. The design of the truck, I think, looks pretty nice. And a tow truck is a very essential service to have in any LEGO city, and I know that kids have always liked playing with tow trucks. So a good set to have, I think, for the younger audiences. I'm not convinced that older fans will find this to be all that satisfying. But of course, those are just my thoughts and my opinions. Please feel free to share your thoughts about this set down in the comments section, and I'm going to bring you some more videos very soon. Catch you later.